I think we shouldn't like take ourselves very seriously.
Have I ever?
Good, perfect. Hey guys, it's Coach Sean here with Coach Chris.
That's me.
And we're here to do the monthly recap. So this is a recap of all the exciting things that have been happening either at Charlotte Strength, whether you're in the NotiFit program or doing the heavy metal program or a remote athlete. So we asked you guys to submit some videos of some things that you're proud of, and we went ahead and put them all together, and we're gonna take a look at all the great things that happened this month. So in April, we had a lot going on. We had the Game of Lifts fundraiser where people went heavy.
Yep.
It raised $1,300 for our two athletes who are going to the Junior Pan Am Games coming up in a couple days now, pending volcano.
Hey, it's just a volcano.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
The coaches, so Chris,
Me.
Courtney, and Taylor competed at the Low Country Barbell, which is a weightlifting meet in Charleston, and they did great. Because actually, if you check, the YouTube channel where you're watching this, you can go watch them lift at that.
Yes.
And then Mike and Kelsey took third at WAD at the Webb at Gardner Webb University, so a team CrossFit competition.
Yep, they had third place. Not sure how many teams there were, but there was Co-Ed RX. They crushed it. Got to see their last workout. Looked brutal, but they did really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at through the videos now, and you'll be able to see these highlights. And I'm excited to relive these moments. So first up, we've got Louis, who PR'd his snatch at 105 kilos. I think this was during our max day, or was this game? No, this is Game of Lifts.
Game of Lifts, yeah.
Actually, so that's what's great about Game of Lifts is that it kind of takes the pressure off trying to go heavy and makes it more a game.
Yeah.
And we saw a lot of PRs that day, probably more PRs than we saw on our scheduled max day.
Yeah.
So here's the 105.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You see everybody getting fired up.
I love when Belarus is here because he brings energy. He gets hype every time someone's going heavy.
This is good for Louis because he competed at the Arnold a couple weeks before this, and I believe attempted this weight.
I know he hit 100. He hit 100.
Yeah.
Courtney was coaching him. I guess you're right. He probably did attempt 105 and missed.
And it's a big boy, 5 kilo PR.
Yeah.
So smooth with more in the tank too, but it's awesome for Louis. So Louis was very compliant in submitting videos.
Yes,
for
he was on it. So this next one, I believe, is a 3 rep max front squat, 135 for 3. I think this was the same week as Game of Lifts or the week after. So he's been on top of it. This cycle's been good for him.
I remember he was pretty bummed with some front squat results, like not long before this. So this is huge.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe the first time we were setting up tests, he actually missed and got a little aggravated, and then it looks like he just kept showing up and it worked out.
Yep, he's been super consistent.
That's how training goes, guys.
Yes, exactly. Be consistent.
What do we got next?
So we got Kelly. I believe that so she was unable to attend Game of Lifts, but she partake on the Friday before because I think her and Tom had a wedding or something. So this is her, not a snatch PR, but a snatch she was very happy with Game of Lifts, and then following up will be a clean and jerk PR for her.
Okay.
So it looks
Kelly.
like 56 here.
Whew.
Yeah, smooth.
Flew up there.
Yeah, her shoulder stability's gotten so much better the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing she needs to continue to work on because getting in this position, this is super easy. Well, the first time I saw Kelly, I think she came into the gym. You saw her because she was doing NotiFit before she started doing weightlifting. But one day her and Tom came in, and I think she just threw the reds on. So she threw 65 kilos on a bar, not really knowing that that's pretty good for a warm up.
Yeah,
and just crushed it.
Yeah,
absolutely crushed.
That's awesome.
the weight. And so I was like, hey, I need to get her to lift.
Yeah,
she's so strong. If her shoulders continue to get more stable in the position to be able to sit an even better overhead squat. That's awesome for a PR.
Right.
Yeah.
And then clean and jerk, same thing. It looks like it's in a complex too.
What a PR machine.
Right, she's been crushing it lately.
I think she just PR'd a clean and jerk again, the other day.
Yeah,
so
I think this past weekend.
So this is old news.
Right, exactly. Which is really cool.
And you can see where if we keep working on those shoulders, from this. That clean, it's heavy, she's doing a little hop forward. That happens when you're going after big lifts.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal, but sometimes she'll have a little bit slow elbows, and that's just because the shoulders aren't carrying their load, but that's awesome.
Yeah, she knows her weakness and she's gotten a lot better at it, which is cool to see. And this is a cool, this is something we don't see a ton of, but this is from our pillar program. So this is one of our newer members, Ben, and I believe here he's going for a 5-rep max with pauses on the bench press at 275. So we're in pounds here.
Awesome. It's good to see Ben lifting weights. This month on the pillar program, they're focusing on pause style bench. So they started their training cycle with some a little more general on close grip bench, and now they're progressing into pauses.
Yep.
I mean, he's smoking that. He's super easy.
He's a strong guy, and he wants to compete too. So I don't believe he's done a powerlifting meet yet, but he's looking forward to it. And
now
he's doing some good weight.
I'm excited to see, because if he had that progress currently this month, they're going to progress into like actually doing competition style bench for heavy weights.
Heck yeah.
So that'll go
That's exciting.
really, really well.
Heck yeah. And then we got Penny here, another PR machine. I think she PR'd her clean and jerk, snatch, all of this month. So I think that last one was a jerk PR.
Let's take a look at it again. Well, that was easy.
Yeah, look, I mean, it looked smoked.
69 kilos, looks like.
Yeah, nice. And then she goes the clean and jerk for
nice.
And then here's 70. See, she smokes this. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. And same, like, so Penny, you know, if you tell that's not our gym, she used to train here, and she moved because Charlotte was too cold, apparently. I don't know.
I don't know. She likes Florida, which, you know, not for me.
No,
I'm not even going to touch that one.
No, I'm good. We'll move on. But yeah, so she is Courtney's remote athlete, if I'm correct. So yeah. Courtney's doing her programming and stuff, training her remotely, which is really cool to see.
No, it's
she's smoking it.
Penny has trained remotely, mostly in her garage for majority of the time. So she's one of the few people who does really, really well at this. And she gets up in the morning. It's hard to lift alone and by yourself, and it's hard to make progress.
Yeah.
And it's hard to make progress when, you know, I'm not going to tell anybody your age, Penny, but you know, getting older too, right? So, but she's just doing it and showing up and making steady, step-by-step progress, and it's awesome. She's competing later this week.
Is she doing Queen City?
Yep.
Let's go. Can't wait to see what she does there. So this is that jerk, and then I think next we have her snatch, which she has a really shiny, cool-looking bar on this snatch. I noticed it when I was watching the videos. I've never seen a bar like that. It changes colors, but it fits this beautiful split snatch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was so easy, Penny. So yeah, Penny does does she PR again?
Yeah, 51.
Another clean and jerk PR?
Oh yeah, she had 71, it looks like.
Good Lord.
There's another one coming. So
what is going on?
I think half this video is just Penny PRing.
Penny's one of the few people who does split snatch, and that's because, you know, as you get older, it becomes more challenging to do an overhead squat position. So split snatch can be a viable option for people who struggle with that. I think Penny just had a really hard time, and we worked at it. I worked with her personally on it, like getting her overhead squat good, but she just keeps crushing the split snatch, and I think that's a sustainable long-term plan, and it's obviously going really, really well
for her.
Like, that was easy. So yeah, let's see another PR.
Yeah, so you have 70. It's the shiny bar too.
Is it like a rainbow bar?
Yeah, it's one of those like where it changes color. I don't know what type of metal it's called something. So 1 kilo above the last one. Boom. She likes to walk to her right, but like she holds it. She's
whatever.
Special, yeah.
That's like, I can't, 4 PRs in a couple weeks just in the month of April.
0 complaints there. And this is Matthew, which is he's a really cool story. So he's a tango instructor, whatever the word is. But yeah, so he just picked up weightlifting, and he did personal training with Courtney through our basics program, and now he's doing personal training with her once or twice a week, and comes in on his own because he has a weird schedule. But yeah, so this is a 60 kilo PR for clean and jerk. I believe it's from the hang. But yeah,
he told me the other day that weightlifting has been great for his dance.
Oh really? How so?
In dance, as we know, bracing for lifting is very important.
Yep.
But in dance, you've got to be so fluid. Sometimes it can be hard to like break down, you know, what part of your body you're bracing while you're continuing to move and while you're continuing to breathe. And, they've got to move through different planes of motion, you know, as dynamically, if not more so than we do in weightlifting. And he says it's been great to like go back to block one and like figure out, okay, this is how I brace, and now this is how I brace with load slowly, this is how I brace with load quickly, this is how I change direction. He was telling me that it's been immensely helpful, and he thinks more dancers should actually come and do weightlifting. So that was great.
Cool.
So yeah, somebody, you know, stepping outside their comfort zone and just coming and getting coaching, figuring out how to do it.
It's cool to see, especially the carryover to a different sport or something else he enjoys in life.
That was a great jerk, too.
Right, yeah.
Way to go.
Hell
yeah.
Get the fist bump.
Nice,
Super
Matthew.
happy. That's cool. And here we're leading into some NotaFit people. So we do things a little bit differently in NotaFit. We do less strength work because we have this two other amazing strength programs in the gym. So we do we do 4-week cycles, and we just pick one movement. So for April, we were working on deadlifts. And this is a couple guys for our max out. This is Chris Cryle here. What he hit 345 for a deadlift PR.
Okay.
And
nice.
Look smooth, like to see someone positioned.
Do you know how big of a PR that was?
I do not know. I think he was like 315 or 305 before.
So like a 30-pound PR.
Which is awesome, and like position.
And that was really solid. That was like the good line of like where things, didn't break down. He was able to hold his position.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that, especially when you're going for a PR. And next we have Nelson. Nelson's a cool guy. He used to be a boxer. He's a dad, still likes to move some heavy weight. He gets 325 here.
Yeah, good. Also kind of holding it really, really well.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of hitch there at the end, like, in a competition that wouldn't matter, but, in life, there are not rules. So,
right, exactly.
He just is picking up weight and does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
That's probably a big PR. Yeah, especially with a guy, like, I know, new dad, and he's got so much going on.
Right, he's one that comes 3 times a week very consistently. But again, like shows that you can still make progress with 3 times a week, so that's cool to see.
That's great.
Heck yeah. I think that's the last video we had. So definitely hope we get more videos for, what month is it now? May? Queen City, we'll see a few PRs.
Yeah, I know this isn't all the PRs, like for sure. I've got PRs on my phone, for Christ's sake. I guess I screwed up. But you guys are out there, you're filming stuff. I know you are. Send it to us. I know there's been way more PRs than this. Chris and I or Courtney will be happy to take a look at them, go over it, give you guys a shout out, or like even talk about if there's something technical you can work on too. Do a quick little breakdown. Stuff that we got coming up in May, like Chris mentioned, we got Queen City Classic just a couple of days from now. 120 lifters on 2 platforms in one day. So that's going to be big. So hopefully we see some PRs out of that. We have so many great sponsors coming to help us out, like Summit Coffee, and what do we got? Onyx. We've got
Clean Juice.
Metal Empire Clean Juice.
We got Project Lean Nation.
Yep.
I thought if we forgot you, we're sorry.
Yeah, I think RP's given us some codes or something like that.
Element.
Element's been a big part of our business. So
thank y'all.
Thank you guys. After that, I'm going to Columbia.
Maybe. Volcano dependent. We'll see. Are those predictable?
Yeah, super. They're just like the weather.
Cool. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, we did raise $1,300 doing our Game of Lifts fundraiser last month for both Connor Popolars and Harley Creech, who qualified for the Junior Pan Am team to represent Team USA. And we should be flying out next week for that event, pending Volcano Gate.
Yeah, we're good.
Hopefully everything's good there. After that, you've got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, we have Murph coming up on the 27th. Is that the next one? Is that Murph?
Yep. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. So on the 27th, we're going to do Murph at 9 a.m. with a cookout following. I know Heavy Metal has some stuff going on Sean's going to talk about. But yeah, so Murph will do it at 9 a.m. We're practicing that all month. So every Monday and Friday, we're doing Murph prep, push-ups, pull-ups, and squats, just getting ready for that volume we have.
Gotcha.
And then also on Wednesdays, we're working on Power Clean. So that's our four-week cycle we'll be working on there. So hopefully we'll see some new PRs from the NotaFit people on Power Cleans.
Awesome. We do have a heavy metal training camp that same weekend, so it's going to be kind of a 3-day camp. It's really just for us to come together and have a good time, especially a good opportunity for those prepping for nationals to ramp things up and suffer together. Because we'll be, after Queen City Classic, our club program, which is available on Train Heroic, in addition to our other programs we'll talk about in a second, we'll be kind of beginning a new hypertrophy phase, but our nationals competitors are going to be ramping things up. So people from out of town who compete remotely, who are members of the team remotely that are competing, will come together and we'll be able to have some good stuff to do together. So on that Friday, we'll do a technique session in the evening. On Saturday morning, we'll come and show up and support the people who are doing Murph, make sure we're being good teammates. We'll do a group warm-up at 9:30 together that I'm going to personally lead. So we're going to warm up as a team together. Believe it or not, even though weightlifting is a individual sport, a lot of the best countries in the world do team warm-ups together. I remember one of my first international trips, I watched Team China like come together and actually do a warm-up together. It was mostly younger lifters, but you know.
That's good though, because like it pushes you to like in training to like try to be better than your friends. Like that's a good competitive.
Well, even if it's just a warm-up, just like, you know, do the same things together. You generally, happier lifters have better results. So if we come together and warm up together, even if it's not specifically the ideal way to warm up, it's still pretty great. If that'll be followed by just a heavy session, so a singlet Saturday, and then we'll join the cookout with all of our Murph Notifitters.
So all the Murph people are recovering. I'll get the grill fired up, so we'll be ready, and everyone will be hungry, ready to eat.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested, if you're not part of our team and you would like to be, you can join Charlotte Strength by scheduling a consult with us, or you can join one of our remote teams. Okay, we have a couple spots open for full service personalized remote programming or our Train Heroic program. So there's a heavy metal barbell 5-day-a-week program. There's the Masters of Metal, which is 4-day-a-week program that's designed for masters, but really it's designed for people who don't have that much time to train and can only get it in 4 days a week.
I would say a third aspect of that is people that like also like to do fitness. If they want to do 4 days a week of lifting and then 2 days of fitness, or if it's running, cycling, whatever they enjoy, it's a good way to get that mix.
That's who it's for. If you don't want to do weightlifting, we have our pillar program. That's what Ben was doing. Great, just general strength conditioning program. There's squat, bench, and deadlift in it, but there's also a lot of movements moving you through a lot of different planes and strongman Saturday conditioning. And then there's, of course, Notifit.
Yeah, the best. It's just the best.
What are you working on next month for Notifit?
Power cleans and then Murph. Those are our two big things. So with all that volume for Murph, we'll definitely be doing pull-ups, different rep schemes and time domains to just do pull-ups, push-ups, and squats with a little bit of running. And then power cleans, we're just going to do an old school, just progressive overload, mixing it with pulls at the end of that. So hopefully we can see some people get stronger.
That's what we're going to see next month is big power cleans from Notifit side and everybody having fun suffering together doing Murph.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm Coach Sean.
I'm Coach Chris.
And thank you for watching the monthly roundup.